Let me see if I can find a better version so you can actually see what's going on. Here, we'll just use a deer. Give it a moment. It's actually more like what I look like. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Come on, Katie. Get off my keyboard, please. Okay, thanks. Hello. All right, so what we have going on here is today we're over on EU. I have a Van Gogh here. Over here on EU, we're looking at a Matheson to start, because I was just going to look at the houses in order that I actually haven't looked at yet, so I can show you the pros and cons of each house. But the problem is that Sandera here has changed this house so significantly that I can't really do that. But we will go around the house so you can see the backyard, which Sandera has completely changed into a condos complex or some kind of palace, which is really kind of fascinating to me and unique. I don't think I've ever seen anyone build a house back here. I'm kind of just impressed that someone even thought to do it. It could be a temple. It's just not seen. I've never seen anyone try to do this before, so I guess that says something, right, about what's possible. Now this house comes with a lot of lovely trees. So like a lot of these cherry blossom trees you see are permanent with the house. Believe it or not, this is the backyard of Matheson, of all things. It's the first kind of house I've ever seen done where they built a whole house in the back of Matheson. But they did. Pretty cool idea. There's more to it than I thought they could fit either. Now, ooh, uh-oh, buddy, you got your decorator on. You might want to change that. The front is, yeah, it's Matheson. They've closed off the whole house and replaced it with just this. So I can't really show you the house proper, so I'll show it to you back when we get on NA. But it's a pretty cool interpretation, if you ask me. All right, you have ripped up hair. Let's look at Andy Cragler's St. Delans, and we can talk about St. Delans a little bit. St. Delans is one of those 30 slaughters, which is annoying. It's also in a really inconvenient spot. Like there's a, hello, when you come out of the apartment, you're actually like right in the midst of the cantons in Vivek. If it was in Vivek City proper, you know, the little crafting area, I suppose that would be an improvement. Wow, look at what this person has done here. Andy, this is fantastic. I don't even know what's going on here, and I love it. Look at this machinery. The roof is pretty. Ah, that's cool. I never would have thought to have done that. Well, that's what I was going to show people right now, is that what it is convenient to. Now, here's the spot. I mean, this is really cool. Usually it's one floor. They have added in a little bit of a step up in there. I've seen some cool things in there. If you can work with limited items, if you want to work with the EHT especially, you can do something really neat in there. But as usual, it's a 30 item thing, so using larger items might help. Hey, Ollie, we're over on EU. I'm doing the houses I haven't done, and then we're gonna head over.
More potatoes.
Why do you have all these mats? Why? Why you have all these mats? Thank you so much for the sub. Much appreciated. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Who's a handsome fella? All right, so when you come out, there are some decent things about this. First of all, there's steely, all in this section. If you know what you're doing, it's not a bad place to steely. Then there's this inn lady. But if you come out, right across the hall here is the furnishing. Hello. Here is the furnishing vendor at the end of this hall. Excuse me, I have a cat butt in front of my screen. That would be Mr. Go. So you have all of them. You have the holiday achievement vendor, you have the home goods one, you have the global achievement, and you have the achievement for the local area. Not bad at all to be right here if that's what you need. So that is where St. Delans actually ends up being. Hello, Agnan. The next one I'll show you is that we haven't looked at is, I guess we could just look at Moonsugar, Garten von de Bella. Now, Moonsugar's interesting, and it's in a cool area. It's close to a survey point, a couple of survey points. Hello, Albert. Load your boat, my Tri-Storm. Gently down the stream, merrily, and go is in my way. Okay, so here is Moonsugar. Moonsugar is kind of awesome because it is one of the sandboxes in the house, meaning in the housing world, meaning it's a wide open empty space except for trees and some stuff like that, and you can, oh, look at this, oh, blood pirate, this is stunning, gorgeous. I'm a sucker for a good geography. Oh my god, words are gone. Never mind, I'm gonna give it up. I'm gonna give up that word. I don't want to say geographical, I want to say geometrical. Thank you, Ollie. I'm a sucker for a good geometrical build. Look at that beauty. Look at that stunner. So, of course, you can build whatever you want here. I mean, you can build whatever you want anywhere, but it just fits better here because of the fact that it is, in fact, a sandbox. Do what you want. It really does. This is a phenomenal job. This is a perfect example. This is what I'm trying to show you. Now, there are some drawbacks to this house, but not many. One of them is the waterfalls. Surprisingly, annoyingly, you can't build up on the waterfalls as much as you might want to. Though the invisible walls in this house is just really kind of annoying on the sides. You can build up stupid high, but building to the waterfalls is kind of impossible. But there is water on both sides that you can use, and see what I'm talking about. You can do some really cool stuff. You just can't go over to the side of this, and you can't build over the waterfall. You build up adjacent to it as close as you can. It really is a spectacular build. Also, there's another waterfall on the other side. Now, this is one of those houses that has such a spectacular view. Hello, Jemima. And it also has a fantastic sunrise and sunset. Some of those houses don't really, what's the word? Some houses don't really show off the sunrise and sunset as well as others. But here's the other waterfall, and it has the same issue, whereas you could build up adjacent to it, but you cannot build over it. That arch is surprisingly cool because when the sun comes up, interestingly enough, it strikes through that arch in a very picturesque way. It's a stunning look. So if that's your thing, you may want to consider this house, because here's the thing. I thought about it when I was doing my grant build, because I wanted the light to come up and shine through the image of a cat I had. Hold on a second. That was important to me to get that look. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Red diamonds, the hearts and souls of men. Red diamond, protect us to the end. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know why it's not centered. Hold on. There. See that? That is what I mean. That beauty right there. That there. That there. There you go. That can be an important element of your build. It was to me. I wanted the sunlight to come through my cat, because my cat, it was a memorial to my cat. Hey, O-Ring. So that's, if this is what you're looking for, this is your house. That is, thanks. It happens every day. You can, it's really quite amazing how beautiful it is. All right. And this build is a phenomenal build. So yeah, it shows you just what is available to you in this house. Now let's go to the front and I'll show you what's right outside. Good morning, everybody. This build was really cool. Garten von de... it's a Debella build. Derp. I probably should have paid attention to that. I don't have any surveys on me on this character, so we're gonna be missing out on that, but trust me when I say there's some in the area. This is where we are. Do you notice how far away we are from the nearest way shrine? It is far closer to get to this area here where there's several surveys than it is to go directly to the Tenmar Temple over here. There's also, as some people pointed out, chests and whatnot. But if you need to get to this area for a survey, consider going to someone else's moon sugar if you don't own one. It's just a good idea. Just a thought. All right. We've seen most of these. Hello, Xanasis. We talked about a lot of these. Quandam. All right, this is an interesting one. Let's see if they've completely closed it off now. Quandam is a never really one of my first thought houses, but it has potential. The reason why I say it has potential is it's kind of in a central location to Deshawn, to Mournhold, but it's more convenient for you to go directly to the Flaming Nyx. No, I'm switching around because I'm on EU, so I have to use what they have available, and then we'll go back to the letters that I've missed over on NA. So we're jumping around a little bit. So as I show you here, this is, you've got a garden, you've got a front yard, and it has a decent view. See that? Now I don't know how high up you can build in this front yard because I've never tried it. So I can't actually answer that question, and I apologize for not being able to. Look at this fountain. Phenomenal. Glowy, pretty fountainness. So yes, you can do cool builds in here. Now, the problem is I've never been a big fan of dark elf architecture. It can be very dark. They've lightened it up a bit with the blue light. It actually really works. again, this house is a little bit blocked off, so perhaps it won't really be a good, not explanation, but demonstration of what this house looks like. But you know how dark elf houses are built. They all look pretty much the same. They have these two arms, and then there's the downstairs and the upstairs, just like a normal dark elf house is. Um, you mean the weird shape? I mean, this is pretty much the same shape of every dark elf house. The only difference is that one or two of the Velothi has a not Velothi. Velothi Reverie has a backyard. This has the front yard, so it doesn't need the doorway through there. So this only gives you half of the idea. You can leave. You can leave, buddy, or you can stay. It's up to you. You make up your mind. Why are you sitting on my stuff? Why do I have stuff there? Where did these boxes come from? I think my husband moved boxes in here. And that annoys me because he put it in camera view. Yeah, I know. Okay, fine. Just jump in the boxes. Fine. Whatever makes you happy. Freak. Now, there are some interesting chest locations right outside, but in terms of location, it's not a bad location, but there's better stuff. There's closer. You know, if you're using it for porting, it's not really worth it. Use the Flaming Nix. It's free. It's in the city as opposed to this, which is right outside of the city. You see where I'm? That's Deshawn. That's where we are. There are some cool spots. There's usually a chest under that bridge, if I remember correctly. I don't have a harvest map on. But there's usually a chest over here, or a trove, I forget which. And then, of course, it's easy access to Mournhold, but that's your call, right? I don't think it's the best choice. But if you're looking for a yard and you don't have one available to you other than this is a great choice. All right. Let's see what else we have. I guess we can, I did a Sandera, so I don't want to do another one. Sleek Creek, Taste of Alinor. Sleek Creek is perhaps one of my favorite homes. It's got everything. It's got a house you can build over. It's got a water feature. It's got a location right next to Ralka, which is super awesome. It's got a beautiful view if you build up, and you can build up pretty high. I've seen people do things with it that have blown my mind. There's just so much going for it. The house itself is kind of unimpressive, but see, this is what I'm talking about. People can completely change this house. This house looks nothing like what it normally does, and that's one of the benefits of this. So here's the water feature. It is a creek that flows through around the house, basically. That's what the house looks like. It's this house on stilts. It's a very affordable house. This is usually, you have stuff that you can do underneath the stilts. But what Seacode has done is ignored that house and created an Alinori beautiful home, which is totally possible in Sleek Creek. It's one of those houses that are so adaptable. The things I've seen built in here, good morning, are mind-blowing. And this is one of them. Seacode has really outdone themselves. This is really cool. Fantastic work. Oh goodness, look at this. It's like a loft. This is mind-blowing. Now remember, both sides of the house have, one side has this. Wow, this is not what I was going to say it was. This let it out to a porch normally, but this has been turned into a bedroom. This is unbelievable. I don't even know where we are at this point. I think I just don't know. I'm completely baffled at the point. We've been turned around enough that they did. They made their own Eleanor townhome. It's really freaking amazing. I see. So that's the house. This is the... Okay, right here we're on the overhang. Here's the stairs. And then this is underneath the house here, under the stilts. And then over here is in front of the water. And that's how we go. That's how we did it. Okay. So that, I mean, this is so completely different from what is normally here. It's amazing. Really cool job. All right. I'm going to head back over to NA after, and that way we can, I can show you more things that I am able to look at. And show you all of the different options available. Red diamonds, the hearts and souls of men. Red diamond, protect us till the end. My husband was talking about diamonds yesterday in a game. And so now I'm like, I got that stupid song stuck in my head, and it's just, I hit a button I shouldn't have. Okay. It's all we're ever going to hear now. It's Red Diamond. Okay. So I downloaded the episode yesterday. I'm going to edit the heck out of it. Make it more helpful for what we need. Morning. Being weird, just ignore me. Dancing Queen. All right. While we're loading this, let's see if there's any news. Probably not. I don't see anything of import. Load. Taking forever. I apologize. I don't know why it's so slow. Load screen boss. Let's stab it. There we go, finally. Took forever. All right. I want to see if there's a Forge Masters available that I have not yet looked at. Oh, I didn't do a Bastion either. Oh, geez. All right, let's go to Bastion. Seminole Girl, House Bainra. Now, Bastion is its own friggin' creature. Bastion is ginormous. It is tremendously big. It is also very dark. Oh, okay. Sure. Thank you. I'll go to it next. But the coolest thing about... I'm back on NA now. Yeah. The coolest thing about Bastion is just about where you can build. You can build in so many areas that you would think are blocked off by invisible walls, but they aren't. And it's kind of amazing, which really opens up the possibilities. See all that lava down there? Yeah, you can build down there. You can build over the lava. The trick is getting people down to the lava. They either have to jump or you have to build some kind of stairs. But most people I've seen use the jump because as long as you give them somewhere to get out of the lava as quickly as possible, they don't die, they don't go splat on falling. So there's that. It's also just a scary house. I mean, if you want to go the whole vampire way, I researched. If you want to go the whole way, the scary way, do it. There's nothing wrong with that. Also, there are these little yellow pollen things that flow around outside in the house. Not really sure if they work for you or not, but there's also this orange dust. It's one of those things that you just can't block out of. If you wanted to build a different structure in front, you have to be aware that those things will still be in your house and blowing through, and there's nothing you can do about it. So plan on those being inside the house if you're using structures to build something completely separate. There's also waterfalls over here. I've seen a lot of people use them. And they kind of circle back through here. And some people just really like to use the waterfalls, and there's nothing wrong with that. But like I said, hello! There's lots of different ways to build. The other cool thing I've seen, although I can't off the top of my head remember who's done it, is putting things out of bounds outside there. So like if you have a statue or Phaedra or whatever, you can put them outside and let them walk around and do their thing. That's a cool option. Obviously this is a vampire theme house, so if you're a vamp lover, this or Wraith Home are your best bets. There are a whole lot of nice ones. This is Seminole Girls, who I have not yet toured. So, oh goodness. Okay, so what Seminole has done is she's closed off the sides, at least somewhat. Yeah, she's closed off the weird water sides. So this is basically a structure within a structure. She's created extra rooms. A sneaky, which is a toilet. Who could blame her? If you want to go, go. There is a side room. In fact, let's start on the side room, shall we? It isn't completely obvious what you could do with the side room. Sarah Malone has placed Daedric Rock on all of the sides of this. This doesn't normally have it. They've adapted this house beautifully to what they want it to be. But here's the sneaky portion. You actually have to go through the fireplace. See this fireplace here? To get to the next section. One of the next sections. And here you are. You're in this sneaky room that is part of the house. And she has made a freezer. She's made a kitchen, storage. Thank you so much for the follow, C-Code. We just looked at your Sleek Creek. It was stunning. For the follow, listen to me, to the sub. Then you take this doorway, and it leads you up over. Now, there are things you can do here as well. This is where this portion stops. That is a cool forge. Wow, that's some forge. But you can see the incredible view over here, right? No reason why you can't build up here too. The second thing to be aware of is that there's this walkway up to the side. This walkway leads to what most people make the master bedroom. This is all part of the walkway, not the spiderwebs that was added. And this is what usually people make into the master. And it looks like that this is what Seminole has made into the master bedroom as well. Apparently, vampires have to poop. Which is fine. Got a vivarium here with a pet in it. That is a bed, all right. Look at the chains and the torture devices on it. Oh, that is funny. I need a great picture of this. That is so funny. That's hilarious. I love it. So Bastion's got a lot here. Kincaid is right. Okay, so back to the beginning. Now, if we go straight ahead, we have a different section. Now, normally there's these walls that have blood running by in the water. It's hard to explain, but I can show it to you here. Okay, so what she's done is in this main hall is she hasn't closed off the water. She has put crystals over it though. Interesting. See these little grates? If you look down in them, you can see that there is some sort of liquid flowing by. She's put the objects back there, but this goes for the front room and here. There is a liquid that is running through the sides of this hallway everywhere, and it's usually more visible than this, but I believe she's closed it off on purpose. She's also made it look a lot more Daedric. Yeah, she's hidden a lot of it. Treasure. Sneaky. And, you know, this is a main hall that you could do whatever you need to with a main hall. Do you want a feast room? Do you want something to preach in or whatever? Hey, Bum. Here's the next section. And like I said, this house just goes on forever. This part, well, that's neat, ends here at this end. We've got, this has been turned into a bedroom, but usually this is where a statue lives. In most people's homes, they put a statue here. Nothing wrong with whatever you want to do. Over here, it ends, except, you see that island across the way? You can build over to that, and in fact, this person has perfect. So all you need to do is make a stairway up to this edge, and then you can go over and just walk right on over to that island. There are people who have built entire homes, castles, on this island alone. If you like the look of the Blackreach kind of thing, but you don't want to deal with a vampire home, this might be your choice. If you like the idea of a lava home, this may be your choice. Just remember, it's not, you're not just stuck with the vampire look just because that's what they give you mainly. You have other options available to you. And let me show you what I mean. Okay, we're going to go to, where is it? We can check it out. Let me just show people two of the things that I really want to show them. I have no problem checking it out. Oh, wait. All right. I think C code's over on the other server. Aaron's here. Now, Aaron's here did probably my favorite build in this house thus far, but there's also the lava submarine we saw recently. The builds down in the lava. There's also, I want to say Azalea did one down in the lava as well. I'm going to double check that. I would just want to show you, and we'll go check out Ninja Monkeys too, what's available to you, because this house has almost no invisible walls. And that is what we've been asking for, right? So it's pretty amazing to me when they give it to us, what people do with it. Now, Aaron's here used to be on all the time. I'm on NA, but I would love to go see it. There we go. This is off to the side. This is, hold on a second, let me get this out of my bank. This is Aaron Tier's stunning castle, which is on that island right across from where that mushroom island. It's just an example of what you can do. This is a fully fleshed out house that you can actually walk through. It is an open house. If you wish to see it, go ahead and come to Aaron Tier's Bastion. I've toured it multiple times, but so I think you'd be better off just coming and seeing it yourself if that's what you want to do. But this is showing you don't have to stick just to that portion. And I'm going to put a bet on this that it was Azalea I'm thinking of who did use the lava as well, but I can't remember for sure. I could be totally wrong, but I may not be too. No, there's something down there. But I don't think it's what I think it is. Ah, here we go. There is stuff down here. See, this is how you get down. You just jump down. There are items down here, which is probably from a previous build that she had down here. But there's just a couple of them left. She must have removed the build. But the idea being that you can build down here. There's no reason why you can't build a lava house. So there you go. Let's go to Ninja Monkeys. I have not been to their bastion, so this should be interesting. Ninja does not mind me checking out their homes, so let's go look. Ninja is also a streamer. A very friendly fella. So if you want to follow them, they occasionally do housing stuff. Not always. They do a lot of variety. Whereas I'm probably more of a one-trick pony. They do a little bit more of a variety than me. Now, I haven't seen this before, so I'm going to explore it without knowing what I'm going to see, so. Thank you so much for the sub, C-Code. I don't know why I missed that. Everybody, I'm so out of it today, I'm not making sense. Oops. Some people just build in this front portion. Xander, thank you so much for the sub. Everybody, you're so kind. Okay, so this will let me show you what I was talking about with the light. Here's the liquid going by, and it is red, so I'm thinking it's blood. They may have. I do have photos from that, but I don't remember how to go there, which isn't really a big deal. This is what the furnishings came with, so that he didn't decorate this portion. This portion is just what came with the house when you bought it furnished. I see stairway. Okay. So it looks like he has used the same island that Arantir used. And perhaps to the side as well. No, that's the same, I think. Yeah, he's built upon the same island that Arantir built on, but he's built out from it. Like I said, it's just crazy how far out you can go without hitting an invisible wall. Oh, okay. I just like to show you all like what is really available to you is just tremendous. Right, of course, that makes sense. Now I see stairs going up, so let's start there. Much like me, I think he appreciates a good height in a build. The views are so much better when you're up high. And since it's not real, it doesn't matter if you're going to fall because you're not going to really die. So keep telling yourself that so you don't get scared. That is cool though. I see, he went up really far. Okay, that's cool. See where he's built? That down there is the back of the house. This is the back of the castle. And now up here is like above kind of the house. He must have used magic carpet to see how high up he could go and then built to it, which I think is great. If you're going to do this, use very big structural pieces to get to places and also to lift things up, which he's done. Here's a little section here for a kitchen storage. Wowzers. Storage. Ah, see what I'm talking about with the wind blowing through with that dusty and the pollen? Yeah, there's nothing you can do about that. It's just part of the house. Gotcha. And you can see it's almost like smog. A tower. Azura, a shrine. Looks like that house is much bigger than I had thought. I'm gonna go take a look at the rest of it. Wow, what is all this? This is like a yard. Too bad you can't go up there. I'm kind of turned around and a little bit lost on where the heck I am even. And here we are at the shrine. This is up above everything. Pretty amazing. And another tower. Not the same tower, different tower. All right. So, just an enormous friggin' house that you can build. Good morning. In this house without even using any of the interior of the house, really. So this is cool. I like it a lot. It's wild. Really, really amazing. Thank you to Zos for letting us build in these crazy places. Okay, next. Who said I could use their Forge Masters? That was Ollie? Is it Ollie? Thought it was Olliekins. I could be wrong. Nope. I'm on crack. Olliekins. What's your user, Ollie? I actually don't know it. I always thought it was Olliekins. Maybe it is Olliekins. Yeah, okay. Now, Forge Masters is a house that I'm tempted to buy. Main reason is it's got amazing waterfalls. Waterfalls that make me happy. But it also has two annoying orcish houses in the front, which, unless you're an orc stanner, which most people I know are not orc stanners, you may not want to build, may not want to use that. So this is cool. It's a port. This does come with its very own blacksmith forge. This is part of the house. So, you know, if you want to just do your crafting, you don't need a forge. It already comes with. This is a very beautiful view when you get up high too. Some people build a little seat or a picnic or something in this little spot. I think we found a cute little mud crab hanging out, but I've seen people do a whatchamacallit, a scene or something there, like a picnic scene. There's a raft off the edge of the waterfall. You can do pool, like make this into sort of like a swimming pool, light it up like a swimming pool, do whatever you like with it, or leave it as a waterfall. Now here's the drawbacks, pros, cons sections. Here we have the stone normal house here, okay? This may or may not be to your tastes. I've seen a second floor in it. What Ollie has done is she has embraced the orcish look. She's got orc furniture everywhere. And of course, it certainly complements the orcish stone and everything else like that. I mean, this is what belongs. I don't think you can build up over those edge pieces here, but that's okay. You can still build a second floor in there. The second part of this building is or this house area is, and I do see a second floor on this, is the longhouse. This is a traditional longhouse. And yes, I appreciate that, Ollie. This is also very traditional in the way that it's furnished. Nothing wrong with that. That's the goal of it. Some people have wanted a longhouse since the beginning of the game. And so here you go. This is your longhouse if this is for you. Then she has also created a second floor, which is cool. This might be the first second floor I've seen in the longhouse. But it works because, you know, you have more than a couple of people living here. There's an entire tribe, right? So where are they all going to sleep? That is great. Now, if you go over here, this pathway is part of the home as well. And it leads up to a lake. Very nice lighting, by the way, Ollie. And you get up here. I also like your choice of trees. They're very autumnal looking. And you've got a waterfall. You've also got a lake of your own if that's what you want. I've seen people build a house over this. A lot of people build fishing docks over this. Just people like this waterfall section. It's a lake at the top of it. And as you can see, it leads down. Ah, yes, you built in a portion I love. Okay, so you can build here and a little bit along this side here. And what I love about that is what Ollie has done. She's created a sort of overlook seating area, which just gives you the most impressive views. Super impressed that you found this, that you incorporated it. It's worth it. Look at how beautiful this is. I highly recommend that if you do get this house, build something off the side there. You don't have to do a whole house off to the side. But what Ollie's done is perfect. She's done a lovely little, you know, patio over the side, and that works perfectly. But that's some idea of what the house has going for it. Now, let me tell you the other thing this house has going for it, okay? This is going to be funny to you. It is to me, anyway. See this boat? When you zone into the area, take the boat, and it brings you directly to Morkel, which is, I think is the name of the town. It's a pain in the butt to get to normally in Hrothgar because it doesn't have its own way shrine nearby in town. There's shops here, but there's no way shrine. So this is essentially the same as having a way shrine in the town. So, for example, ooh, hold on. There's a thieves' trove. Stabby has to get her thieves' troves. There we go. It's not a good one, but it's something. And then you come around, and we are in Morkel. And you just, here's the shops. See? You may not have even known that there were shops here. There are 4 shops here. Let me show you where we are in Hrothgar. Okay, this is Orsinium. This is Hrothgar. Normally, you have to either travel from Icy Shore or from Morkel Plain to get to this village. Now, you just port in from Forge Masters. And that, to me, is worth a lot. So that is really pleasing. Also, there's a quest giver up here, a daily quest giver in the longhouse, one of the longhouses. And you may want to take those quests, especially during events where dailies count, give you double of something. You're going to want to come here, and one of the best ways to get here is a Forge Master. So it doesn't have to be yours. Use a friend's. And here's the quest giver. Da-da! Thank you for letting me see your Forge Masters. Let me see something. No. That too. Who built? Well, lots of people have built huge houses at the top. I can't find them though. I will show you a picture of one. Or many. Give me a moment. Just give me a sec. I can always edit this out later, so I'm going to take my time to find the things I want to show you, and then I'll edit out the time. Sometimes I'm a little bit too organized in terms of, like, hold on a second. I think this might be it. No. You could build that there, but that isn't built there. Where's the Nord? Nord. I know. I'm a dummy. Believe that this is it. I could be wrong, but I believe this house is built on EU at the top of the Forge Masters. You can make much bigger homes than that, but that is an example of one. She also made use of the water here. Made a little bridge and a little water wheel. So that gives you an idea of something you can do. I think it looks lovely. I like the idea of building up there. I personally would probably want to build up there if that were my home, but who the heck knows, right? Like, that's not for everybody. But sorry about the delay on that, but I did want to show you that people build entire homes up there without worrying about whether or not to use the house, whatever. There's all sorts of choices that you can make. You don't have to follow anything on that. That's up to you. We're not going to talk about Topol today because I've talked about Topol at length. However, I do not have a gardener, so I will go to, let's go to researches. He doesn't mind. Gardner House is somewhat conveniently located. I know some people who use it as a home base when running mage quests because it's right near the Mages Guild. It's also near a bank. It's in Wayrest. There's usually someone in Wayrest, but should you not have someone in Wayrest, this is a good house to port to. This is Ninja Monkey's version, and Ninja has done an automation house. So it's one of those Breton looking areas where oh, look at that wheelchair. Everything in here is at its base is Breton, and he has not reskinned, which is good because it lets me show you what's possible. Now he has gone with the whole mechanical looking part, and here's an elevator. God, he's so freaking talented. It's terrifying. It's got a basement. Here's another part of the elevator that he has created. This wall isn't usually here either. He added that. This is a coal chute. My Lord, he's good. This is a machine, some sort of engine. You can put a crafting house down here. You could do all sorts of things. This also has an upstairs. This is the difference between this and Ravenhurst. Ravenhurst doesn't have a basement. This house has both a basement and an upstairs. You got it. Let me change that. I'll be an ice cream cone, because why not? And then here's the upstairs. I see a lot of people turning this place into an inn or just a cozy home. It can be a lot of different things. But outside, there is a little outside where Ravenhurst has a backyard. This has a front space. I think of it as a driveway, because to me it looks like a driveway. Here's the entrance, and it's got this cobbled section that runs back to this stable, which the stable is part of the house. It comes with, but of course, research has changed it. It doesn't look exactly like it is. And he has also created a balloon. But he has also got a walk-up, which I'm very appreciative because I'm trying to show something here. You can build up a little bit. And by building up a little bit, you can see the houses around you. I've seen someone build a Breton house facade right here that you can kind of get up to the porch on, but nothing else, because it's not a lot of space that you can build back. But yeah, research is ridiculously talented and cool. But anyway, so that's what you see if you do build up. It's a neat house, but it's, you know, a lot of people like working with small spaces. There's no reason to make fun of it. I've seen people do gardens here. I've seen people just turn it into a carriageway. I've seen a lot of different things. So it gives you an idea of what's possible, I hope. All right. Daggerfall. Somehow I missed Daggerfall yesterday. I don't know why I missed it. Maybe because I don't like it. Never been much for Daggerfalls. I believe it. One of my favorite Daggerfalls is Tullian's. He built an entire village out front of Daggerfall. Daggerfall looks a lot like Ebonheart, except it's not in a ashy area. It's in a bright, pretty area. It also has a water overlook as opposed to a lava overlook. And it's got a dungeon in the bottom. But it also has an entire front portion that you can turn into, as I'm going to show you, Tullian turns it into an entire Christmas village. Just tons of stuff. There's a lot of space for it. It has its own stables that it comes with that you can either use or not use, with a little barn. And I believe it has a tower if it ever loads. So it's like the best of all worlds. It's also like over 3 million gold. It's not cheap. If we ever get there. There we go. There we go. Okay. So that's the house with a gate in front of it, but you can pretty much imagine what it looks like without the gate. The effects didn't load for some reason. whatever. There are a lot more effects in here, but actually the fact that it didn't fully load them is probably a good thing for right now. He has built, as I told you, an enormous village in here. Now this is added, but this bridge here, this barn here is part of the house. So if you wanted to put a, you know, a crafting house, which a lot of people do, you could do that. You could add that in. There's also the little stables, which he's built over, is right here. Here's the tower. I mean, it's okay. It's a tower. It's not phenomenal. It's got a view of the boat. Back in the day, back in the olden days, there was a trick where you could build a pathway to that boat out of bounds. And I remember somebody there was a boat party on the night before they said they were going to be fixing it and removing the possibility of you building to that boat. And so a bunch of people, including Jay Hart, went out and we all partied on the boat for the last time. It was fun. It was a cool little trick. Can't do it anymore. But as you can see, lots of extra stuff, lots of extra town stuff. If you want to come here, it's an open house. It's Tulian's Daggerfall, and all of this is added. This is not normally here. Now, what I will show you by jumping to my death, not actual death, but a possible death, is there's this water overlook. Now I'm going to turn off the EHT for a moment. This is what it normally looks like, right? Yeah, let me show you something. There is a trap door. Now, I didn't know about this until way later, but this trap door leads you into the basement. And here you go. Here's the empty basement in Daggerfall. It's its own dungeon kind of thing. You can build something outside there. You can ignore it. You can do whatever you want. Here's the main throne room when you first come in. Thank you so much for the follow. And here's a little side room, a little round side room. And then it has an upstairs. I just wanted you to be able to see the interior as well as the exterior. This is very similar to Ebonheart in a lot of ways, but it's a Breton style, not a Dark Elf style. And here's the master. This is usually what people use for the master bedroom. So there you go. And let's see if we can get out front without being closed off. I'm not sure if we can or can't. But this is where you come in. Of course, he's put effects all over it, but you can see what it normally looks like. I just wanted to show you, I don't just want to show you the house because you could just load that up yourself. I wanted to show you what can be done with the house. So I like that idea. All right, the next one is Grim Hearths. I gotta show you a particular Grim Hearth, but I will also, if there's one that's open, we will go to it. All right, so we're gonna hit two, but one will be very, very quick. One. Research Monkey's Jarl Flopsy's, oh my God, Jarl Flopsy build. Hall is the word I was looking for. This one was a honorable mention in the ZOS contest. And it makes use of a very Nordic looking home right in the middle of Eastmarch. It has no yard. It has no view out. So if you're going to use it, consider something like this, a hall. You can consider a classroom. You can consider a restaurant. Something that doesn't really need a yard would be your best bet. However, I've seen a tricksy way around that, and I'll show you that later. But this is a really adorable example of what can be done with Grimhearth. Grimhearth is also in Eastmarch. So if you ever need to get to Eastmarch and there's nobody here, you port to someone's Eastmarch. Now here's Jarl Flopsy's Hall. There's this little side room over here, like most of the inns have in Eastmarch. It's built to look just like an Eastmarch inn. We've got bunnies eating. Got bunnies chasing the piggy, who is knocking over the waitress. We've got drinking, jousting, Jarl and Jarless, Flopsy, sorry, I have no words. Very Nordic looking home. I love the jousters. They're so funny. Now, there's no downstairs in here. However, oh my lord, I didn't even notice that before. Look at where the water's coming from, folks. Now, there used to be two guys fighting, unless I'm getting confused. Up here is a normal. They've turned it into a normal inn. This is shaped much like Old Mistvale in that sense, except in Old Mistvale, if you take this door, you go outside to the porch. In this house, there's nothing. So you end up going out on this little nothing, and that's why it's called Grimhearth's Woes, because Grimhearth, while drunk, walked out this top floor and fell to his death. So they didn't bother putting a porch up there. But it shows you where you are in Eastmarch. So, oh yeah, Research is super talented. His bunny builds are my favorite. Of course. Sorry about the load screen, boss. It's pretty awful. I do want to give you an idea about Grimhearth that will be a little bit different. Say you want an outside in your Grimhearth, but it doesn't have an outside. What do you do? Well, first you change into an ice cream cone. A different ice cream cone. And then this is where we are. This is Grimhearth's Well. We're standing on this little spot here. And this is, we're over here. Here's where the bank is. Here's where all the traders are. So we're like kind of right to the right of it. Now, the one I want to show you that shows something is Chrysea's, because she's amazing. It's an idea of how to get around the fact that it has no yard or anything. It's something that I've seen Fiendish do recently in their Princely Dawnlight. If you want another example of it, it's building a diorama within a house so that it looks out into the rest of the house and you have some sort of scenery out there. In this case, it's like a campfire, some woods. I forget exactly what it is. But if you build a wall within the house, you can do something like that and make a tricksy sort of diorama interior. And Chrysea was the first one I've seen to have ever done that. That doesn't mean she was the first. She was the first one I saw do it. Certainly in this house. I may have seen it in other houses, but this was the first I ever saw in this house. Here we go. So here's what I'm talking about. This is the same house as we just looked at. Of course, she reskinned everything. She cobbled everything because she's Chryseia, and I love her, but that's the way that she works. So you see how she included the greenhouse inside the Grimhearths. So you're looking out, and what do you see? You see snow, a fountain, trees, a fire, campfire that went out. You can do this too, you know. I mean, if you want to create a window to the outside in your Grimhearths to give it a feeling of a yard, there you go. frankly, you don't even have to close it off. You could have it be quote unquote outside, you know? It would be neat. I think. Anyways. Let's talk about did I do a Maya? I'm not even sure if I did a Maya or not. I don't know. Next one would be Hackfields. Let's look at just the standard Hackfields, and I'll tell you why. Hackfields has, I just want to show you, Hackfields is a different kind of home. It's totally different from anything else in the game. You enter from underneath it in a cave, and it has two entrances, and you can either enter through the house or you enter through the ruins. So this is the sample, okay? I've seen people build an entire house just here, you know, closing off the rest of it. You see that side section here? That's how you get up that way. Or you can take a second turn down here, which opens up. This does not open up, but you can see out into the ruins. So let's take this way. This is the proper quote-unquote an exit, I think, not the trap door. Take this, and it leads you to the courtyard, which is right here is one of those old-fashioned ruins from Nordic world, you know? You have your very own ruin if you wish to only use that or to use it in addition to. You can see it's exactly like one of those barrows. I mean, you have your own barrow if you buy that. That's what the house itself looks like. It has this spectacular view over, no problem. It has a spectacular view, which is currently cloudy, over the town. I wish we could build somewhere in that town. Now, here's the weirdest bit. This house gets the northern lights. So at night, you get the gorgeous northern lights. But do you know where this house is? It's in Craglorn. Of all places, it's in friggin' Craglorn. Right here. Right here. There's nothing nearby of any interest other than a way shrine. But there's no reason why Craglorn should be getting the northern lights, but it does. I did, yeah. I did Ebonheart yesterday. Okay, I'll see you later. I'm going to edit this down to be more bite-sized in the future. But you can see down there, see the village? It's a real shame that it is cloudy right now because that village is, it looks like a whole bunch of Nordic houses like this, and it's quite beautiful. I wish it weren't cloudy at all because it's just gorgeous. So what you get with this is your own tower that comes to a rampart. So you come up here, here's the tower, right? You've got this side, actually the other side, it links to the ramparts. Here is the whole section along here. I've seen people do some great holiday homes. See, look at that view. That view is amazing. I wish you could build over it. And then here's the rampart entrance. So you're down here on where the guards live, right? Guards live here. If you want them to. And now you're up on the top. You're on the ramparts. Actually, you're not. I'm on crack. That was the rampart. So we go around. We're still outside the house. And you have a whole little yard over here. This is that yard. And you've got a yard over here. And then this is the main entrance that we just looked at. This is the barrow. See the barrow? So you walk from the barrow up to the main house, and this is the house. We walked up in the ramparts. We walked around the house. The house itself is small, sort of. You've got, if you look, mainly you have this big circular room that you can do things with. Now, I know some people like to build stairs up to that second level, but you technically don't need to, because that door leads you up to this second floor. It doesn't connect, so you would have to go down, out, across to get to the other side, which is why people tend to build a stairway up, so you don't have to deal with that bull BS. Actually, I don't even know you can get up there. I don't think you can. You're gonna have to build something to get up there. I've seen a lot of cool stuff done in this house, but most people don't love the main house. Oh, I almost forgot. This little trap door is that front trap door when you first walk in. So here's the entrance, right where we poured it in. And then if you go to the right, you have the trapdoor leads you right into the house. And then if you don't, this will lead you into the ruins. So you get your choice. Just wanted to show you this plane because so many people adapt this in really wild ways that it's hard to show you exactly what it's supposed to look like normally. So, sorry about that. All right. I am going to, hold on a second. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold on a second. No, I want to check something real quick. All right, this is the one I'm looking for. Whose house is this? Aaron 62, I think, is on this server. I'm not sure. No, they are not on this server. Hold on. Who is this? This is Ms. Fiery. Okay. I want to show you something about Hall of the Lunar Champion, which is, there's multiple spots in which I can show you cool things about it, but, oh wait, Azalea Stones. That's the one I should be looking at, sorry. Let's go back to azaleas. Hall of Lunar Champion should be free if you finish all of the achievement lines that you need to achieve to open it up. Okay, we're gonna go to Azalea Stones for reasons. And then we're going to go to day after. No, day after's on the other. Whoa! I'll show you pictures though. I hope I'm not too boring today. So, okay, so Azalea Stone, all right, let's talk. First, you have this area. This is the first one you open, the Halls of Colossus. The second one is Portal to Moongrave Fane, and the third one is Portal to Lion's Cradle. This is the last, but we're going to start with it because it's the first one that popped into my head. Over here we have what you normally see here is a little yard. Here you go. Unless she removed it, and then in which case, she removed it! Stab! Alright. And then you have, you've got this little porch here, and then you have this ugly little house. Right? With yuck. We'll go to another ninja monkey real quick so I can show you what I mean. About that side of the Hall of Lunar Champion. Grrr! Arg! Unless that was her... No, that's that. I don't know. She used to have a really cool walkway over there, and I'm not sure why she got rid of it. Boo. Hiss. Boo hiss. Corundum. We'll go to Corundum. This one. Alright. So here's Ninja Monkeys, okay? What I want to show you about that is you just saw it plain, right? You just saw it without anything. This portion of the Hall of Lunar Champion is, to me, the most buildable. There is so much space. Look at what Ninja has done here, okay? Ninja just said, screw it, we're going to build it through this whole section. This is the same house we just looked at, but here you go. He's got all these little wings going on, right? Look at all of this space he has. Over here. I mean, I can't even orient myself in this house so far. All right. I think we're still high up, but before the cabin, I'm not certain. So here's all of this space. Then you go forward, and I believe that this is one of the views over. I can't see where that. I think you can see where it is on one of the edges, but you have this great view. Go build up really high. You can build to the down pretty low, or you can build to the side. Look at what you're capable of. There's just so much here. So much square footage. It's really kind of shocking to me. But there you go. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty amazing. I recommend doing what you can do and seeing what the boundaries are for yourself. You know, it may be bigger than you think. I want to go look at corundums to show you the first hall, Halls of the Colossus. And the reason I want to show you corundums is because corundum is built in an odd area of this house itself as well, in the Halls of Colossus. Now by now, I think you all know that you can build down to the water, but you can also build up, and you can build over that waterfall, which is one of the greatest things about it. Although you can't build very far back on that waterfall. This is probably the most popular spot, I think, that people like to build in this house. Like, of the three, I'm pretty sure that people like Halls of the Colossus the best. I don't know if it's because they built their stuff there the minute it came out and then didn't bother changing it, or what, but they just seem to like this section the best. Now, as you know, it's a wide open spot here, but Corundum has added a little maze, and then here you are, you're just where you think you are, you're looking out over the water, you know. Now you can place where you are. But Corundum has done something amazing in that, look at what they have built here. They've built up. They built an entire house. See, there's a little pool. Here, look out. We're to the side of the waterfall. You see the waterfall? We're to the side of it, way behind where you might think you'd be able to get. And we have a fish tank. And then you can go higher because you can build up more than you might think. And then take a look at where we are. I mean, you can really orient yourself from here. Isn't that amazing? We're totally to the side of the waterfall, like behind it. It's just truly a gorgeous, gorgeous view. And here's the final section you can look out. There's the waterfall. There's the main platform. I mean, this is just, to me, phenomenal location choice and selection. Excellent job. There's also a sneaky under there. But the most important portion I wanted to show you was that. Now, you can build over or under the waterfall. If you want people getting wet, just do it like that, right? You can also build down. Most people do that, like this house, build down. I didn't because I haven't really done much with this house yet. But you do kind of have to go zigzaggy when you build down because the invisible walls on your way down are really kind of annoying and nonsensical. So just be aware that when you build down, you will be doing a kind of a zigzag look, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's just, it is what it is. And you can't really have people drop down to it because there are slaughterfish. You can't build out to there, unfortunately. You can build out as close as you can is really right around this edge here. This is about